Welcome out to Mulcahy Stadium, the sites of the next couple games here in the Alaska Baseball League. The South's Showcase game starts with your Chinooks taking on the Peninsula Oilers. Games going on all day today and tomorrow before the Home Run Derby and the All-Star game on Sunday. Thank you for joining us. It'll be Greg Populison leading things off for the first time this summer, and what a time to do that here in the Scout Showcase. After him, it'll be Will Bass and Mason Mallard. On the hill for the Oilers, Haston Freeman. He's from Arkansas. Populison, first pitch showing, bunt pulls it back. It's ball one. First pitch time of 1:07, an early game by Alaska standards. Usually day games are reserved for Sunday. The 1-0. Hit back up the middle. That's fielded by Freeman. He'll get it over to first in time for out number one. One down, top of the first inning here between the Chinooks and the Oilers. Will Bass making his way to the plate. Last time Bass hit second was in the first couple games of the season, back when they were trying to decide if it would be him or Mason Mallard as the leadoff man. Bass will be first pitch swinging. That's popped up in the infield. And that'll be grabbed by Seifert for out number two. Two down here in the top of the first inning. Mason Mallard up to the plate now for the Chinooks with two down. First pitch to Mallard. Inside, ball one. One to the count to Mallard. Here's the 1-0. In there, called strike one. One of them on the count. Chinooks lineup already predetermined for the day, as there will be some substitutions made in the fifth inning, as well as we'll have a new pitcher just about every inning. The 1-1 lined out towards left field, going back. That is out of here. Home run from Mason Mallard. Hope the scouts were taking notes on that one. Chinooks take the 1-0 lead. Two down, top of the first inning. Hunter Vansaw coming up to the plate. First pitch to Vansaw. Tried to check his swing, but he'll go around for strike one. Vansaw continuing to lead the team in average. He's hitting .330. The 0-1. Down and in, ball one. One and one the count to Hunter Vansaw with two down. Here's the 1-1. Line to left side. That'll go out of play. And some other notes about today's game. It's a 7-inning game and does not count in the regular season standings. Here's the 1-2. Down and outside, ball two. Yeah, today's game and tomorrow's game are just games for the scouts to come and see players for both teams. As you may know, it's quite a trek to Alaska. The 2-2. Down into the turf, ball three. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The count to Vansaw. The 3-2. Got him looking, called strike three. So Vansaw will go down looking. That'll do it for the top of the first, but not before a solo shot from Mason Mallard puts the Chinooks up by a score of 1-0 here in the Scout Showcase game against the Peninsula Oilers. Oilers, half of the first coming in just a moment from Mulcahy Stadium in Anchorage. And we're back here to start the bottom of the first inning here in the Scout Showcase game versus the Oilers. It'll be Darius Hill first pitch swing, and that ball will go foul. Side ball one on the count to Darius Hill. The 1-1. That's hit over towards Shackelford at short. He'll make the grab on the line for out number one. Trey Dawson now coming up to the plate for the Oilers with one down. Chinooks on top by a 1-0 score off of a solo shot from Mason Mallard. Defensive alignment for the Chinooks in the outfield. Mallard's in left with Greg Populus in center, Hunter Vansaw in right. First pitch to Dawson, then they're called strike one. In the infield, Tim Millard's at third, Aaron Shackelford at short. The 0-1 down and outside, ball one to Dawson. Will Bass is at second with Ethan Whisker at first, Spencer Lininger behind the plate with Cody White on the mound to start today for the Chinooks. Outside, ball two, 2-1 the count to Trey Dawson. And we're going to see everyone from the Chinooks in the game in some capacity today. The 2-1. Down low, ball 3-1. For the showcase games, it's all about having the scouts see your Chinooks. And so we'll see some defensive changes in the fifth inning or so. And then a miss low, ball 4 to Dawson, so he'll draw the walk. One down, bottom of the first inning. It's Brody Wofford up to the plate. First pitch to him. Lines that back foul. Wofford, the left fielder from LSU, hitting .233 on the year. The 0-1. Misses for ball one. And when the count to Brody Wofford, they'll check on Dawson at first. He'll dive back in time. One's going to miss it down into the turf for ball two. Two and one the count to Wofford. Here's the 2-1. Lines that back foul out of play. And I'm unsure about the changes that the Oilers are going to make. They just had the prototypical lineup just like you would have every other game. So I wouldn't be surprised if they made changes, but I will not be able to anticipate them before they happen. The 2-2. Down low, ball 3-2 the count to Wofford. Here comes the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Wofford goes down on strikes. First strikeout today for Cody White. That's out number 2 here in the bottom of the first. Two down, bottom of the first. Chinooks up 1-0. That'll be Seth DeWitt coming up for the Peninsula Oilers. White will check over at Dawson at first. He'll dive back in time. Dawson, no steals on the summer, but has been caught one time. First one to DeWitt. Down and in, ball 1. DeWitt hitting .310 on the summer. 4 doubles, 1 home run, 8 RBIs. The 1-0. Catches the inside corner for a called strike 1. 1-1 the count to DeWitt. Plays his ball at Jacksonville University. White will check over at first on Dawson. He'll get back in time. One the count to DeWitt. Here's the 1-1. Catch the inside corner once again, called strike 2. One into the count to Seth DeWitt, Oilers first baseman. And DeWitt will call for time in the right-handed batter's box. Here's the 1-2. Misses low. Dawson on the move. And they got him down at second. Nice throw by Lineker. Shows off that arm for the Scouts. And that'll do it for the bottom of the first inning. And after one inning here at Mulcahy, Chinooks on top by a 1-0 score over the Oilers. Back we are here from Mulcahy Stadium, starting the top of the second inning in the Scout Showcase game between the Chinooks and the Peninsula Oilers. First pitch to Tim Millard will miss down low, ball 1. After Millard, it'll be Ethan Whisker and Aaron Shackelford coming to the plate. The 1-0. In there, called strike 1. 1-1 on the count to Millard. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, he'll go chasing. He'll fall behind 1-2. Millard hitting .226 on the summer with 3 home runs and 13 RBIs. The 1-2. He'll fend that one off, stays alive at 1-2. The 1-2. Hit on the ground towards second. Seifert will field it. Gets that over to DeWitt at first in time, out number 1. Ethan Whisker coming up to the plate, one down, top of the second here in Anchorage. First pitch to Whisker. And they're on the outer half of the plate for a called strike one. Here's the 0-1. Down and outside, ball one. Whisker hitting in the 6th hole today. Usually we see him hitting 5th. The 1-1. Hits that one out towards right field. Opposite direction. That'll be reeled in by Daniel Speak as he makes a nice sliding grab to bring that one in for out number 2. Two down, top of the second inning. Chinooks up 1-0 on the Peninsula Oilers. It'll be Aaron Shackelford up to the plate. First pitch to him. This is down low, ball one. Freeman in his second inning of work for the Oilers. The 1-0 misses down and outside, ball two. Here's the 2-0. Upstairs, ball three. 3-0 the count to Shackelford. And with my view, think maybe someone's up and throwing in the Oiler bullpen, but can't tell for sure. That has a 3-1 pitch in there for Shackelford. 3-1 the count. Here's the 3-1. Hit on the ground towards second. Seifert will get to that. Gets that over to DeWitt at first just in time for out number 3. So the Chinooks go down in order in the top of the second. They still have a 1-0 lead over the Oilers as we head into the bottom of the second here at Mulcahy Stadium. And we're back here from Anchorage, Alaska, starting the bottom of the second inning in the Scout Showcase game between the Chinooks and the Oilers. First pitch to Seth DeWitt outside, ball one. DeWitt was up to the plate in the first half of the opening inning and then has to start again because of Dawson being thrown out. DeWitt checks his swing, but it's in there for a called strike one. After Seth DeWitt, it'll be Jonathan Washman, Wong Shi Sung. The 1-0 hit down at the third baseline, just foul. One and two the count to Seth DeWitt, the first baseman for the Oilers. The 1-2. Line to right side goes out of play. Cody White is still on the hill for your Chinooks. If all goes as it should, he should be the only Chinook to pitch more than one inning today. The 1-2. Chopped on the ground, left side. Millardo field it. Gets it over to Whisker at first in time for out number 1. Jonathan Washam up to the plate with 1 down, bottom of the 2nd inning. Chinooks on top by a 1-0 score. First pitch to Washam. Inside corner, called strike 1. The 0-1. Lined out towards center field. Greg Populison going over, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. Two down, bottom of the 2nd inning. Wong Shi-sung up to the plate for the Oilers. First pitch to him. In there, called strike 1. White definitely looking like he's rolling through these hitters right now. The 0-1 is lined into center field. Population with a diving grab. I will actually say he does not make the catch fully. Looked like it popped just out of his glove. So that'll be a single for Wong Shi-sung. So nice effort there from Population, but he'll be a tad late to that on the dive. That brings up right fielder Daniel Speak with 2 down here in the bottom of the 2nd. First one to Speak. Low for ball 1. Speak had a game to forget yesterday. He went 0 for 4. All 4 of those at-bats were strikeouts. So he'll be looking to turn that one today. Turn around today here in the Scout Showcase. The 1-0. Line back foul. Speak, the 6'3" sophomore from Florida Tech. They'll check on Shi-sung at first. He'll dive back in time. One of them on the count to Daniel Speak. Here comes the 1-1. On the ground towards second. Will Bass will field it and gets that over to Ethan Whisker at first in time. Out number 3. So that'll do it for the bottom of the 2nd. Oilers get their first hit, but Shi-sung will be stranded. And after 2 innings here at Mulcahy Stadium, Chinooks on top by a score of 1-0. Welcome back on out here to Mulcahy Stadium, starting the top of the third inning between the Chinooks and the Oilers here in the Scout Showcase game. Chinooks will play a showcase game today against the Oilers, then tomorrow at 4 against the Bucks. And then we'll have some Chinooks in the Home Run Derby and in the All-Star game on Sunday. Still don't know who those players will be. First pitch to Zach Sanford, outside corner, called strike one. It'll be Zach Sanford, Spencer Lindinger, and Greg Populison coming to the plate this half of the third. Sanford will swing and miss at that next one. He'll fall behind 0-2. Sanford hitting .215 on the summer. Came in a pinch hit opportunity yesterday. 0-2 way up and away. Ball one. We're also going to see Sanford on the mound later today. Usually we see him in the outfield. Sometimes gets a chance to pitch. He's pitched twice this season for the Chinooks. And Sanford will call for time. 1-2 the count to Zach Sanford. Here's the 1-2. Outside, ball two. Washington tried to frame that one, but Brad Polk says, nuh-uh. 2-2 the count to Zach Sanford. Spencer Lindinger waiting on deck. The 2-2. This is low, ball three. 3-2 the count to Zach Sanford, the outfielder from Glenville State College in Glenville, West Virginia. Here's the 3-2. Outside, ball four. First walk of the day allowed by Freeman, and Sanford's on with nobody down here in the top of the third. Spencer Lindinger coming up to the plate, nobody down. Top of the third inning, Chinooks up by a 1-0 score on the Oilers. First pitch to Lindinger. Outside, ball one. Sanford does have a little bit of speed on the base pass, has 3 steals this summer. The 1-0, Sanford on the move. The throw from Washam, not in time. So that'll be a steal for Zach Sanford. The pitch was a called strike to Lindinger, who took it to ensure that Sanford could get to second. 1-1 count to Lindinger. Zach Sanford over at second. The 1-1. Line left side, that'll go out of play. Washam now wants to have a quick word with Freeman. Freeman, in the middle of his third inning of work, only had a 1 1/3 inning coming into today's game. He was a late arrival to the Oilers. So don't know exactly how long they're going to pitch Freeman today. One and two the count to Spencer Lindinger. Now time will be called. The 1-2. Down low, ball two. 2-2 the count to Spencer Lindinger. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Spencer is going to go down on strikes. That's out number 1 here in the top of the third. One down, top of the third, Greg Populison coming up to the plate for the second time today. First time up, Greg grounded out to the pitcher. First pitch to Populison. Down low, ball one. Population came into today hitting 185 with 3 doubles, 1 triple, and a couple RBIs. The 1-0. Shows bunt, pulls it back. And time will be called. I think that came in and hit him. So they're not going to signal him to first, so they're not calling a hit by pitch, but it definitely looked like it hit him in the hand. So that one must have gotten some of the hand and some of the bat as they ruled it a foul ball. What on the count to Population? The 1-1. Swing and a miss. That one was down in the dirt. They're going to try and throw back to get Sanford. They're going to miss. That ball will be overthrown in to the outfield, allow Sanford to advance to third. So an error by Washam behind the plate will allow Sanford to get to third. Now 1-2 count to Greg Population with 1 down. Here in the top of the third. Just a 7-inning game here in the Scout Showcase. The 1-2. Just down and outside, ball 2. 2-2 the count to Population. Here's the 2-2. Popped out towards right field. That'll be caught by Seifert. Sanford thinks about tagging. He will then think wiser and go back to third. That'll make it 2 down here in the top of the third. Will Bass making his way up to the plate. This one, Bass, he'll foul that one back. Bass's first time up, he flew out to second. Chinooks up by a 1-0 score. We have 2 down, top of the third, a runner at third in Zach Sanford. And that one scorched down the right field line, but that'll go foul. Oh, 0-2 the count to Will Bass, the second baseman from Wayland Baptist. The 0-2. Get on the ground towards short. Dawson will field it and gets that over to first in time for out number 3. So that'll do it for the top of the third. Chinooks unable to do anything in their half of the third. And they will go out and play some defense in the bottom of the third. We're also going to see a new Chinook pitcher on the hill in just a moment here in Anchorage. And backyard to start the bottom of the third inning here at Mulcahy Stadium. Austin Piscotti first up for the Oilers. First pitch to him will catch the outside corner, called strike one. Your new pitcher on the hill for the Chinooks, it'll be Brady Benton. The 0-1. Swing and a miss from Piscotti. He'll fall behind 0-2. After Piscotti, it'll be Alex Seifert and back to the top of the order for Darius Hill. The 0-2. Outside, ball one. The 0-2 will miss down and outside. Makes it ball two. Some numbers on Batten. 2-2 record, just over 40 innings pitched. 2-2, Piscotti checks the swing. And they will say he did go around, as Lininger already anticipated that he did and applied the tag for out number one. Alex Seifert now out to the plate for the Oilers with one down, bottom of the third. First pitch to Seifert. Catches the outside corner, called strike one. Batten coming into today, 37 strikeouts. That leads the team. Also has a 3.10 ERA. The 0-1 just about in the same location for a called strike two as Seifert falls behind 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Outside, ball one. Seifert, the junior, also plays at Jacksonville University along with Seth DeWitt. The 1-2. And Seifert holds up on the pitch that was outside and actually got away from Lininger. It's probably a good thing he didn't go around, because that would have been hard to get him out over at first with the big-sized backstop here at Mulcahy. Here's the 2-2. Get on the ground towards third. That'll go foul. Count remains 2-2 to Seifert. The 2-2. They will check and say if he did go around. They say he did not. That'll make it a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Seifert. The 3-2. Popped out right side and foul ground. Whisker going over, but that'll get out of play. Count remains 3-2 to Alex Seifert, the Oilers' second baseman. Here's the 3-2. Outside, ball 4. First walk given up today by Brady Batten. 1-on-1 down, bottom of the third. Back to the top of the order we go for the Oilers. It'll be Darius Hill. First pitch to Hill, outside, ball 1. Seifert on the base pass, no steals, but has been caught trying to steal 3 times. The 1-0. Outside, ball 2. Two 2-0 the count to Darius Hill, the outfielder from West Virginia. The 2-0. This is low, ball 3. 3-0 the count to Darius Hill. A runner at first and Alex Seifert. The 3-0. In there called strike one. The 3-1 the count to Hill. The 3-1. Foul tips that one back. Makes it a full count once again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's a 3-2. Runner on the move. That's popped up left side. But that will land out of play. So the count remains 3-2 to Darius Hill. Baden will check on Seifert over at first. He'll be back in time. Seifert was on the move on the last pitch. See if he is again here on the 3-2. 3-2. Seifert stays put. That's popped up, but that'll once again get out of play. Three and two, the count to Hill. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. Hill goes down on strikes. Second strikeout for Brady Batten. That's 2 down here in the bottom of the third. Two down, bottom of the third. Chinooks up 1-0. Trey Dawson now up to the plate for the Oilers. First pitch to him, down and outside, ball 1. Dawson drew a walk his first time up. That was when Cody White was still on the hill for the Chinooks. The 1-0. Down low, ball 2. The 2-0. Popped straight up right side. Back behind the plate. Lininger and Whisker almost completely collide. But Lininger will bring that one in for the final out of the third inning. So that'll do it for the third. Again, the Oilers get one on the leave-em-on after 3 here in Anchorage. Chinooks on top by a score of 1-0 heading into the fourth. And back we are to start the top of the fourth inning here at Mulcahy Stadium in Anchorage, Alaska. 3, 4, 5 hitters up to the plate this half of the inning for the Chinooks. First one up is number 5, Mason Mallard. He'll take ball 1 up high. The 1-0. Outside ball 2. Freeman still on the hill for the Oilers, starting his 4th inning of action. The 2-0. Down low ball 3. 3-0 the count to Mason Mallard. Last time Mallard was up, he had that solo shot to left. The 3-0. In there, called strike 1 as Mason thought that was going to be ball 4. And already dropped his back and started walking. The 3-1. Foul tips that one back. Full count 3-2 to Mason Mallard. Three-two. There's ball 4. Took a couple extra pitches, but Mallard will draw the walk. Hunter Vansaw now up to the plate. Nobody out so far. We have Mason Mallard at first. First pitch to Vansaw. Mallard on the move. And he will be safe down at second. Stolen base from Mason Mallard. And if you combine all the other games and today's game with the showcase, this is 10th steal overall. The 1-0. Chopped on the ground, left side, fielded by Dawson. But Vansaw safe over first. He beat the throw out, and it was bobbled anyway by DeWitt. That brings Tim Millard up to the plate for the Chinooks. Runners at first and second, nobody down. Chinooks up 1-0. It's the top of the 4th inning here in Anchorage. Here's first pitch to Millard. Swing and a miss for strike 1. One the count to Tim Millard. The 0-1. Down low, ball 1. One the count to Tim Millard. First time up, he grounded out to second. The 1-1. Down and in ball 2. The 2-1. That one's lined out towards center field. But that one's going to be caught. They're going to go over to second, but they're not in time. So it's a fly ball out for Millard, but the runners each advance back safely. They thought that one was going to land in the gap. So I think the Oilers, in my opinion, got a little excited about the fact that they had a potential triple play opportunity about to happen, but then they will only get the one out after it was caught by Hill in center field. Ethan Whisker now up to the plate with one down for the Chinooks. First one to Whisker. Down low, ball one. Whisker's first time up flew out to right. 1-0 the count to Whisker. Runners at first and second. The 1-0. Chopped on the ground over towards third. That'll go foul. One and one the count to Ethan Whisker. Places ball at Hillsdale College. The 1-1. And on the ground towards short. Only have time to go over to first. And they will get the out over at first. So Whisker grounds out, but the runners do advance. Vansaw goes to second. Mallard goes to third. Two down. Aaron Shackelford coming up to the plate here in the top of the fourth. Chinooks up 1-0. First one to Shackelford in there, called strike one. Shack grounded out to second, his first time up. The 0-1 chopped on the ground over towards second. Seifert will field it. Gets it over to Witt at first in time. Out number 3. So the Chinooks will leave 2 on in the top of the fourth, and they remain on top of the Oilers by a score of 1-0 heading into the bottom half of the fourth. Welcome back here to Mulcahy Stadium, starting the bottom of the fourth inning here in the Scout Showcase game between the Chinooks and the Oilers. Chinooks on top of the Oilers 1-0. First pitch to Brody Wofford. Swing and a miss for strike one. New pitcher on the hill once again for the Chinooks. This time it's Brody Harris. The 0-1. Down low, ball one. Here's the 1-1. That's line back foul. 1-2 the count to Wofford. He struck out his first time up. That was when Cody White was still on the mound. So more numbers on Harris. 8 appearances, 6 starts this summer, a 2-3 record. The 1-2. Inside ball 2. Harris, 27 strikeouts to 14 walks in 37 innings, a minuscule .97 ERA. The 2-2. That one's fouled back. Two and two count to Wofford. The outfielder from LSU. The 2-2. That's hit on the ground towards short. Shackelford will field it. Gets it over to Whisker at first in time for out number 1. One down, bottom of the 4th inning. Chinooks up 1-0 on the Oilers. Seth DeWitt up to the plate for the Peninsula Oilers. First pitch to him, down and outside, ball 1. DeWitt grounded out to third his first time up. The 1-0. Inside ball 2. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. 2-1 the count to Seth DeWitt, the first baseman from Jacksonville. The 2-1. Line to right side, and that'll get out of play. Two and two the count to Seth DeWitt. The 2-2. Misses low, ball 3. I'm making a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes to DeWitt. The 3-2. Lined into left field. Diving grab from Mason Mallard. Looks like he got a bit of a late read on that ball, but he's able to dive and get to that in time for out number 2. Jonathan Washam now up to the plate with 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. And Washam will call for time. First one to Washam will miss inside, ball 1. Washam leading the Oilers in average. He's hitting at .353. The 1-0. Lined into right field. That's going to drop in front of Hunter Vansaw for a base hit. Second hit today for the Oilers will come with 2 down, bottom of the 4th. And the guy who has the other Oiler hit, Wang Shisong, now making his way to the plate. First pitch to Shisong. Catches the outside corner, called strike 1. 0-1 count to Wang Shi Song. He's the DH for the Oilers. The 0-1. Catches the outside corner again, called strike 2. Oh, 0-2 the count to Wang Shi Sung. Here's the 0-2. Got him looking, called strike 3. And that'll do it for the bottom of the 4th inning. The Oilers get a hit with 2 down from Washington. He'll be stranded after 4 here in Anchorage. Chinooks on top by a 1-0 score over the Peninsula Oilers. Welcome back here to Anchorage, Alaska, starting the top of the 5th inning between the Chinooks and the Oilers. Chinooks on top by a 1-0 score. It's the 5th inning, so changes are now starting to come in for the Chinooks. Alex Masato becomes your designated hitter, and he'll be first pitch swinging. That's lined back up the middle, fielded by Dawson. The throw off the mark. Masato will be safe at first. He's going to round first, heads for second. He'll dive in safely. I think he might have initially beat that one out at first, but it's definitely going to be a throwing error that allows him to get to second. And now Ben Hill comes in to hit. He'll be hitting the spot of Spencer Lininger. So Ben Hill up to the plate for the first time today. First pitch to Hill. Inside, ball 1. Ben Hill, the catcher from Olivet Nazarene. The 1-0. Fouls that one back. So after Ben Hill, it'll be Greg Populison coming back up to the plate for his third chance today. And sorry for pausing, everybody. We have a guest with us up in the booth. He got taken out of the game, so thought, why not join me in the press box? Tim Millard up to the press box now. Tim, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm pretty pissed Coach Groth took me out of the game, but just out here trying to get some scouts' attentions. Not as good as Mason has already, though. A bomb and a diving catch. So.
You're mad that he took you out, even though you knew exactly when you were going to be taken out.
Yeah, I knew I was going to be taken out, but still unhappy about it. He saw that ground out to second, and I guess he wanted me out of there. I don't know why. The ball's hammered, but so what's up, Ben Hill? You going to hit a freaking seed here or what?
Well, let's see. 3-2 pitch. He's gonna foul that one back. I know.
That's all right. That's all right. He's going to get it.
Tim and I have been talking about how we got to get him in the booth, but usually he's on the field. So, Scout Showcase, perfect time to make your color commentary debut.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. I'm ready to bless all the ears out there listening. So it should be a good time for sure.
3-2 count to Ben Hill, the runner at second, and Alex Masato, and now Hill's going to call for time.
Smart move there. Smart move.
So what do you think about the hit from Masato and then advancing to second? Did you get to see that, or were you making your way up here?
No, I was making my way up here, but Masato, that guy's pretty much the MVP of the team. So really good player. Oh, there he goes.
3-2, he's on the move.
He's
That's
there.
Ball 4.
He's there.
Yeah. At third, a stolen base from Masato. And usually we don't get the chance to see him on the move, so pretty good set of wheels there for Masato.
Oh, yeah, really good set of wheels. He actually told me to use his helmet when I was hitting, and I decided not to. I think that's why I went 0 for 2. But his helmet's got some magic in it, if you can't tell.
It must be the flow.
It's for sure the flow. I mean, wow. Beautiful hair.
So Ben Hill draws the walk. He's over at first. Masato safe at third on the steal. Greg Populison coming up to the plate for the third time today. He's in the leadoff spot today.
Oh, yeah. This guy, he's pretty fast. I'll give it to him.
He shows butt, pulls it back. That's ball 1, but it briefly will get away from Washam and allows Hill to go to second.
What a dirt ball read right there by Ben Hill. I mean, terrific. Olivet Nazarene, if I'm not right.
You are correct.
Yeah, I'm just trying to bring the facts that I know up into the booth. So, really good.
How many facts do you know?
Quite a few.
I guess we'll find that out.
Yeah, so Greg here, New Mexico State guy, he actually runs a 4.760. Yeah, people didn't think it's possible, but it is.
The 1-0.
Yep, that's a hit.
It's another ground towards short. They're going to go to the plate, and they get Masato at the plate on the fielder's choice. So we will have Populison at first and Hill at third with 1 down.
Not a very good slide there at the plate by Masato. I'll have to give him an earful after the game for that one.
So now Will Bass coming up to the plate. 1 down, top of the 5th inning. Chinooks up 1-0. Tim Millard in the broadcast booth, if you haven't already heard. And he's already making things so much more colorful with his color commentary.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this thing's going viral here in the next 10 minutes. So I texted the families. Hopefully they're listening right now.
Hopefully they're listening. Hopefully your family's out there getting ready to listen.
Yeah, so I'll give them a shout out while I'm at it. But
First pitch outside ball one as
Wow.
Populous and shows off the speed. And what do you know? A stolen base from Greg Populous.
I think that's his first stolen base of the year, actually. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Completely inaccurate.
Yeah, that's wrong.
That's his first stolen base today.
Okay, yeah.
Does that make more sense?
That's what I was going for, yeah,
Okay,
for
yeah.
sure. Will Bass, for a little guy, has more pop than Barry Bonds, so really good player. Great heart, good attitude. I'd be shocked if he didn't go yard right here, if we're going to be honest.
So we'll see what Will Bass can do with the 1-0 count. He'll be swinging and missing for strike one, evens it back up at 1-1.
We got the MVP on deck here, so I'd go ahead and say it's a guarantee we score this inning.
You've called several players MVP already. You
Well,
are aware of that.
Yeah, I have. I have a lot of most valuable players in my heart, so.
Might not be about the hardware, but it's about the heartware.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's quite the hack right there. Will Bass takes strike two, by the way. Lance didn't fill you in on that one, but I got it.
I was letting you kind of help
me
me out there.
No problem.
I'm not used to having help up here.
That's what I'm here for, so.
1-2 the count to Bass. Runners at second and third. Populous at second with Ben Hill at third. The 1-2. Hit on the ground towards short. The runners will hold. They'll go to first in time to set down Bass. So the runners stay at second and third. 2 down here in the fifth. Anything to say about that ground out?
I mean, poor effort, but I'm expecting a bomb there, but that's all right. You know, he's still number one in my heart. Will Bass plays second base better than Robbie Cano, so pretty good player. Mason Mallard up now. I don't know if Lance told you, but he's already gone yard today.
I didn't have a chance to tell him again. I've told them again. I've told them multiple times. First pitch to Mallard. In there called strike one.
This guy's clearly scared, throwing a first pitch breaking ball there. I would be too. So
Billy Oxford, the guy that is apparently scared, according to
Billy Oxford. Yeah, it's a good name though. I'll give him that. Sounds like he could be in a movie.
Sounds like he could be in a movie.
Billy Oxford, you know. I don't know.
Well, like kind of like Bull Durham. Is that what you were going for?
I'm thinking more like yeah, sure, Bull Durham. I don't know where I'm going with this.
The 0-1.
Oh, what a take.
Low gets away. Catcher has no idea where the ball goes. Ben Hill comes in to score easily. And Populism will advance to third. So Chinooks take the 2-0 lead. I guess we just needed you in the booth to get some more runs.
Yeah, you know, as soon as I come out of the lineup, that's when we start scoring. So I don't know what Growth's doing, but he really needs to get me out of there.
Guess we'll have to make this a permanent thing if it's gonna help the
for
team
sure.
win, you know.
Yeah, you know.
Exactly.
I'll try to be a team guy, you know. I'm not usually a team guy, but you know, today I can do that. I don't know why Pops didn't score from second on that pass ball either, you know. He's gotta be heads up there.
The line
get
out towards second.
Oh,
actually will get past Seifert, so that will put Mallard at first and allows Populous to come in and score. So an RBI single from apparently the MVP, at least according to Tim Millard, Mason Mallard.
For sure, yeah. I mean, 2 for 2 or 3 for 3 or 2 for 2?
2 for 2. He walked his last time.
Okay, yeah. Wow. Heck of a swing. I've already heard a couple scouts offering him $30,000 to $50,000. So he turned them all down, of course. He wants to be a Chinook a little longer.
And they'll check on him over at first. They'll be back in time. Has already swiped a bag. If we're going to talk about how much Mason's done today.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, who cares about stolen bases? He had a bomb, you know.
But he's done both. That just goes to show his versatility.
We should talk about the guy up at the plate right now, Hunter Vansaw, though.
Vansaw swinging and missing. Mallard on the move. And what do you know? Another stolen base from Mason.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably just like a defensive indifference there. I don't know if we should give him credit for that, but.
He was already on the move before.
Yeah, but,
was missed.
You know, they were just letting him have it. Hunter Vansaw, though, for a guy that leads the league in hitting, I don't know if I've seen anybody that's laid on more fastballs than this guy. I mean, he'd probably have 10 bombs right now if he was on time.
Here's the 0-1. Mallard on the move again.
Wow.
How about that steal? Does that count?
You know, he's got the hat trick right now. I'm going to have to start giving him a little bit of credit. I mean, I know he's trying to impress the scouts in the stands right now, but he is
doing a good
putting on a
job.
show.
He's doing a good job of it.
I mean, I'll tell you what.
Louisiana Tech is lucky to have him.
Yeah, I think DBU is going to jump on that, though. Snag him up real quick after the performance he's having today.
Want to win the count to your former DBU teammate, Hunter Vansaw. He'll line that one foul.
Lay down another fastball. Can't say I didn't predict that one. That's all right, though. With 2 strikes, he'll probably hammer a breaking ball into the gap because this guy's hitting like 370.
So 1-2 the count to Hunter Vansaw. Mason Mallard at third after swiping a couple bags. You know, just a normal day for him.
Yeah, geez, guy's an animal.
Here's the 1-2. It's that back up the middle, fielded by Dawson. They'll get that over to first in time to sit down your boy Hunter Vansaw.
Yeah, that's pretty disappointing. I don't know why we keep grounding it to that shortstop. The guy can field the ball, guys, so we need to wake it up down there. I'll give Growth or Becca a call, or Kyle, somebody. Let the hitters know we cannot hit ground balls to short. Doesn't work.
So that'll do it for the top of the 5th. And we'll be right back here from Mulcahy here in a moment.
And Chinooks Baseball is brought to you by Wendy's. We have the best Frosties this side of the border. I don't know what side of the border that is, but we have it. Best ice cream you'll ever see, folks.
Now, and welcome back out to Mulcahy Stadium here in Anchorage. Chinooks up by a 3-0 score over the Oilers. Daniel Speak up to the plate. He'll be first pitch swinging. That's fouled off. And joined by me once again, Tim Millard. He played some third base today. I'll say average third base today.
Yeah, they only hit me 1 ground ball, so didn't really get to show off my skill set, but definitely there if they need me.
But now we have a new pitcher in the game for the Chinooks. It's Nate Lagos, everyone's favorite sidearm thrower. And that pitch from Speak popped out towards right field. And it'll be Hunter Vansaw bringing that in for out number 1.
Yeah, Nate Lagos, I'll tell you what, the best underhanded fastball you'll ever see, folks. I've actually heard he's the first one to ever throw underhanded. So, I don't know. You're going to have to fact check me on that one, Lance. But.
Yeah, I don't think he's the very first one to throw.
Okay, well, that's what he told me. So,
as you called it.
This guy's quite the comedian as well. I mean, a great pitcher and just has the comedy. I'll tell you what.
Austin Piscotty up to the plate for the Oilers. First pitch is outside to him for ball 1. Do you know anything about Austin Piscotty? Do you have anything to say about him?
No, I'm sure he's a really good dude. I don't know why you would want to play for Kenai, though. Yikes.
Well, his brother also played for Kenai. His brother's now.
Yeah, I heard his brother's pretty famous, but, you know, I've never heard of that guy. Said he hit a grand slam against the Brewers when we played him. I don't know what that means, so.
1-1 grounded towards Bass at second.
Oh, he'll handle that, no problem.
And as Tim says, he will handle that, no problem. Gets
wow.
over first in time for out number 2.
Really good looking.
So as you can tell, since Tim is up here in the booth, he's not down at third. Colin Borsch takes his spot down at third. Isaac Alvarez comes into the game at shortstop for Aaron Shackelford, and Ben Hill now doing the catching behind the plate in place of Spencer Lininger.
Yeah, just a little fact about Colin. That guy is actually less than 1% body fat. So quite the turnaround from
I
our.
don't think you can be just 1% body.
No,
fat and be
it's
healthy.
science. Trust me, it's possible. But it's quite the difference from the previous third baseman, who was not 1% body fat. But we won't get on that subject.
And there's a pinch hitter up to the plate for the Oilers. And now, because of Tim, I have to find out who it is.
That's my bad. I'll tell you he's number 5, though.
It is
Left-hander.
Jake Darrow.
Little bat wiggle. Here he comes.
Next pitch to him outside. Ball 3. He's pinch hitting for Alex Seifert.
I'm ready to see that through the legs fastball that Lego speaks of. You know, I've heard it's pretty impressive. Never been seen before, so we'll see if it shows up today.
And that won't show up there as that's ball 4 to Darrow. So he'll draw the walk with 2 down. Brings us back to the top of the order for Darius Hill, the center fielder from West Virginia. You know a little about West Virginia, actually.
I do. I know a little bit. I knew one of the backup quarterbacks there. He was a little chubby, but he was a good player. You know, he could really sling that football around. I'll tell you what. That's Paul Millard, for you guys wondering. That's
Hill is grounded towards Whisker at first. He'll underhand that to Lagos. And Lagos fields his position well and goes over and covers first.
Wow, for a non-athlete, he did that really well. I'll tell you what.
So that'll do it for the bottom of the 5th. Chinooks up by a score of 3-0. Back in the top of the 6th with me and Tim Millard here in just a moment. And we're back here to start the top of the 6th inning here between the Chinooks and the Peninsula Oilers. Chinooks up 3-0 in this 7-inning contest. Lance Morris alongside me is one of your third basemen for the Chinooks, Tim Millard. Tim, how you doing?
I'm hanging in there, you know, just up in the booth, out here grinding, you know. I leave the field and go straight back to work up here in the booth, so just doing what I can.
Just going to show you that it's not all fun and games up here in the booth, even though we're laughing a lot.
Yeah, you know, it's hard work. I'm sweating up here right now, so.
The sun is kind of hot up here. So.
It is. It's baking down on us right now.
Just to publicly say that there's not AC up here, as a lot of other people like to joke with.
That would be nice.
But now Tim is not up at the plate. It's Colin Borst up at the plate. He'll be first pitch swinging lines that into center field for a base hit. He does much better than Tim could have dreamt of doing.
Yeah. I would really like one of those right now. I forgot what that feels like. But Colin, wow, what a swing right there. That was beautiful. Got to give a quick shout out to my brother Paul and sister now, Laura, having a baby here in about a week and a half. Baby Cy. I'm sure he's going to be really ugly, but probably will turn out to be a good person. So
Ethan Whisker now up to the plate, back-to-back Hillsdale Chargers up there. First pitch to Whisker, down and in, ball one.
if you guys don't know, this guy lives in the weight room. Ethan Whisker, I'll tell you what, every day I walk in there, see him bench pressing 300 pounds. I mean, it is impressive.
I don't think I've seen him bench quite that much, but
I don't know.
I have seen him bench.
I don't know why he doesn't wear a cutoff shirt every single day. Wow, what a take there, too.
1-0 down and outside ball.
This guy can hit, too. I don't know if you guys know. He's leading the league in home runs right now. He's probably going to win your home run derby this weekend. So you guys definitely need to tune into that for sure as well.
Do you know if you're in the home run derby yet?
I think I am. I don't know what they're thinking.
I don't know either.
But, you know, I
know as much as you guys know.
I will gladly try to hit home runs for fun. So
the 2-0 outside. They'll check on Borst at first. He'll dive back in time. 3-0 the count to the man who lives in the weight room, according to Tim Millard, Ethan Whisker.
Yeah, if he doesn't swing here, I'd be shocked. I mean, if he even puts the bat on the ball, it's probably out of here.
We did see a couple guys swinging 3-0 yesterday.
Yeah, I like that.
It has happened before.
I mean, the swings yesterday, 3-0, were not very good, but I bet you Whisker will put a good one on here if he does it. But they're scared of him, I'll tell you what, walking him on 4 straight. That's a smart move, honestly.
So they will walk Ethan Whisker. That brings up Isaac Alvarez to the plate for the first time today.
This guy had a day yesterday.
He did.
Looked pretty good at short and squared up like 7 balls, even though he only had 3 at-bats. So that's pretty good.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. He'll probably drive in a couple right here. I'd be surprised if he didn't.
First pitch to Isaac. It's on the ground towards third. That'll go foul.
Look at Tucker over there with those hands. Wow. Got to give Tucker a shout out.
Got to give Tucker a shout out because we don't usually see him coaching.
No, you know.
Out on the field. Usually he's running the iPad.
Yeah, usually he's in the dugout running the show, laying down the law in there, you know. But
I can pretty much guess that Tucker is not the one laying down the law in the dugout.
yeah, you're right. That's definitely me. You know, I'm making sure everybody's on the right page. Actually, that's a lie. It's Aaron Shackelford, our verbal captain. Definitely does not lead by example, but a very good verbal leader. So
it's an 0-2 count to Alvarez. Runners at first and second. Borst at second. Whisker at first.
I'm thinking a little seeing eye single right here. I don't know how you feeling.
I guess we'll see, won't we?
I guess we will.
Here's the 0-2.
Oh, good take.
Down low, ball 1-2 the count to Isaac Alvarez.
Somewhere Growth is down there smiling after that take right there. I mean, that's not an easy pitch to lay off.
I'm surprised we don't hear his whistling.
There it is. I heard it. I heard it for sure. But it's weird the stuff you can hear in the booth, even in an enclosed room up here.
Oh, the window's open right there.
Oh, yeah, that's got to be it. Here comes the 1-2. Oh, it's all right.
So Alvarez will go down swinging. That's out number 1 here in the top of the 6th.
Oh, look who's coming to the plate now. Alex Masato.
Brings Alex Masato to the plate, the guy who had just gotten on base right when you were making your way up to the booth before.
Yeah, I might need to make my way back down and come back up if we got some weird mojo going on. But
Masato up to the plate, 1 down, runners at first and second. Chinooks up 3-0 here in the showcase game against the Oilers.
this guy, man, just everything he does looks good doing it. You know what I'm saying?
I do. And now Shumpert will step off and look back the runners, even though they didn't really go back to the bases.
Well, I mean, he was trying to check out that 0% body fat on second base, for to be honest. Sato got a little bat wiggle going on. Ooh, that's a good hack.
He'll be first pitch swinging for strike 1. He had a single his first time up and then actually stole third. Haven't really seen him get to show off the wheels too often. He's not an everyday guy in the lineup.
Well, he should be pinch running every day after seeing that display. Terrific. Wow.
Pinch running for you, probably.
Yeah, I mean, it takes me, 6 weeks to get down to first base.
The 0-1.
Good take.
Down low, ball 1 on the count to Masato.
I'm thinking Masato's going off the ConocoPhillips sign out there for a double. I mean, guy's got a lot of pop. Just look at him in there. He's comfortable. He's relaxed.
I'd be relaxed too after having a single my last time up.
Yeah, I think he's about to take Shumpert's fastball on the gap.
Let's see if Tim can predict the future. The 1-1. It's down and inside ball 2. Not quite what you predicted.
Well, I mean, it wasn't going to be that pitch, you know. It's coming though. This AB, he's already up in the count. Got a runner in scoring position. Guy's clearly not as comfortable out of the stretch, so I'm sure Masato will do some damage right here.
Even though he already got a strikeout while pitching in the stretch.
I mean, it is sometimes, you know, a squirrel finds a nut every now and then. I think I meant to say a blind squirrel, but that's all right. Here comes the pitch. Good take. That's not a very good call back there by Brad. Me and Brad, we get along well, but just not a very good umpire. All right, I'm just kidding, folks. He's a really good umpire. I just like to give him a hard time sometimes, even behind his back, right now. So
2-2 the count to Alex Masato, DH for today.
Here it comes right here. I'm feeling it.
The 2-2.
Oh,
Outside gets away from Washroom, so the runners will each grab a base. So now we'll have runners at second and third with just one down.
I'm going to go ahead and say no way Colin gets to third base without Tucker waving him over there. I mean, that's hard to see from second, and Tucker was fired up over there telling him run hard, left turn. You know, that's what he told us before the game, run hard, left turn. So that's something I really took to heart. It seems like the rest of the team is as well.
See, whenever you ask Tucker a question about some asset of the game, he will say the most literal answer possible.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, Tucker, what do I need to do when I'm up there? Hit it where they ain't.
Yeah, I mean,
that's his go-to.
That's what Masato's about to do.
The 3-2.
Score!
Going to hit that to short. Dawson will field it. Gets that to the win at first in time for out number 2. And the runners will not move despite Tim saying score.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to do Tucker's job for him, but right after I give him a compliment, he just doesn't send the runner there. I don't know. We're going to have to get Growth back out there because that's unacceptable right there. We should be up 4-0. But hey, you know, I'm not the coach here. I'm not making the decisions, but that's just a darn shame right there. We should have RBI for old Masato, but that's okay, you know.
It happens.
Yep, it does. It does.
So now Ben Hill coming up to the plate with 2 down here in the top of the 6th. Chinooks up by a 3-0 score, but they are threatening with runners on second and third.
Yeah, I think Ben Hill's going to have a 2 RBI base hit right here. Probably get the post-game interview too.
First pitch to him will be inside ball 1, and that's one of the things Ben constantly tells us is that his goal for the summer is that he wants to be up here as a post-game interview.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad goal to have. So usually means you're the player of the game or something. Lance just has a feeling that you're going to have a good interview today. I don't know how he chooses it, but he does a decent job at his selections.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Seeing as I've asked you to do it twice.
Yeah, it probably should be like 7 or 8 times by now, but hey, it's all right.
The 1-0 grounded to Dawson. He'll get it over to DeWitt at first in time for the final out here in the top of the 6th. Chinooks unable to put any more runs on the board, but they still lead by a score of 3-0. Stay tuned for the bottom of the 6th here from Anchorage.
And we're back here with the Chinooks. This is Tim Millard, and we're bringing you our latest sponsor. That is Panda Express, who sponsors the bottom of the sixth inning. They have been making me fat on triple entree orange chicken since I was 10 years old. And that fried rice is a blessing as well. Fortune cookies, not always the greatest, but you know what? The food is great, folks. Head on out to Panda Express. They will fill you up and make you fat.
And welcome back on out here to Mulcahy Stadium. Let's start the bottom of the sixth inning between the Chinooks and the Oilers. Your Chinooks on top by a 3-0 score. Tim Millard up here with me in the booth having just a grand old time, to say the least.
Yeah, I'm having a good time, talking bad about other people behind their backs. I just said something bad about Brad, and I think he heard me because he looked up here and gave me a thumbs down. But my bad, Brad. You're a good dude, Hopefully we can have some more good moments out at third base. But so who we got up here, Lance?
Coming up for the Oilers, I'm glad you asked him. We have 2, 3, 4 hitters, Trey Dawson, Brody Wofford, and Seth DeWitt coming up.
Sounds like 3 up, 3 down with Zach Sanford on the mound. I don't know about you.
Zach Sanford is on the mound for the Chinooks now. First pitch to Dawson, up and outside, ball 1.
That's got to be coming in 92, 93 from the left side, folks. I just looked down over the edge, and, man, there's probably 13, 14 scouts looking at their radar gun just questioning if the batteries are low.
Next one to Dawson in there called strike 1. Some other numbers for Sanford. Doesn't get that much time as a pitcher. Usually we see him in the outfield in his 2 appearances, 2 1/3 innings, 1 strikeout, 1 walk, 7.71 ERA.
I don't remember that other inning in the third, but I remember the last inning, and wow, it was a thing of beauty. I think he faced 4 batters, and 3 of them had no shot. So
I think the first time he pitched was before you were here, actually.
Oh, that makes sense. I showed up late because of a lack of character, but it's my bad, everyone.
2-1 to Dawson. He'll line that into right field. Hunter Vansaw will glove that one for out number 1.
I'll tell you what, he has gotten a lot better out there. Still makes it look uglier than ever, but, he makes every play out there, and the guy can run a little bit. So
Brody Wofford now is to play with 1 down. Bottom of the 6th, Chinooks up 3-0. And yesterday we were talking about how it's weird for outfielders to come in and play the infield because of the way you throw. And we were talking about with Hunter, and he just said he couldn't do it at really any spot.
Yeah, it was a struggle for Hunter. At the first beginning of his switch to the outfield, but he's definitely improved a lot. Looks good out there. He'll probably hit about 38 home runs next year at Mississippi State too. I'm pretty sure he's Golden Spike's watch list already. So
the 1-0 to Wofford popped out towards center field.
Greg's got that one, no problem.
And Greg does have that one with no problem. That's out number 2.
Yeah, I predict the future, folks. You guys need to tune in more often when I'm in the booth. How many viewers we got right now?
Right now we have 18 viewers.
18, that's what I'm talking about. All 18 of you guys, I'm sure you guys are really good people, and I'm sure you're sick and tired of hearing me in the booth, but trust me, it's only another inning and a half. So,
of course, they also could be sick and tired of hearing me in the booth.
Well, that's a given. So, I mean, I'm just trying to take the load off.
This is total. This is the 31st game total of hearing
me.
So,
yeah, for sure. And this is just.
You get tired of hearing me when I'm not broadcasting. So.
No way. I mean, every day I'm asking you, what's going on, Lance? How are you doing today? But that's ball 1 there delivered by Zach Sanford. We probably should get back on the game,
They know what's going on.
Yeah, maybe.
Zach Sanford up 1-0 on Seth DeWitt, the first baseman for the Oilers. 2 down, bottom of the 6th.
This is some home run derby competition right here as he takes strike one. So hopefully he doesn't hit one right here because I need all the confidence I can get going in as long as
DeWitt, 1 home run,
Whisker.
8 RBIs on the summer. As you talk about your home run derby competition potential.
Yeah, it's going to be intense.
The 1-1 grounded towards short. Alvarez will field it and gets it over to Ethan Whisker at first in time. Out number 3, a 1-2-3 inning, and actually you did predict that before
that was
before we started. So there you go, predicting the future again.
Smooth as butter right there, I'll tell you what.
And we'll be right back here to start the top of the 7th here in just a moment. Chinooks up 3-0.
And we're back here with Tim Millard from the Chinooks baseball team, and we have another sponsorship. This one is the Montgomery Biscuits. They are a Double-A affiliate of the Tampa Bay Rays. And I'll tell you what, folks, if you live somewhere near Montgomery, you need to get out to a game because those biscuits, they can play. And that's actually my lifelong dream is to become a biscuit. So I'm just somewhere on the pathway from here with the Chinooks. Hopefully one day, I can make the dream complete and become a biscuit because, I mean, who else wouldn't want to be a biscuit, right? You try to hit biscuits when you're playing, and then you are a biscuit while you're playing. So, I mean, it would be a blessing for everyone. All those players out there that are biscuits right now, don't take that for granted. And just wanted to let them know we appreciate what you guys do in Double-A baseball. I think you guys are terrific. I don't know if you're having a great year or not, but I have a hat, so I'm pretty much your number one fan. So shout out to the Biscuits.
Yeah, that was a long commercial, Tim.
Sorry.
But we're back here to start the top of the 7th inning here at Mulcahy Stadium. Top of the order coming up for the Chinooks. Greg Populus and Will Bass and Mason and Mallard will be coming up. And again, here with Tim Millard, your third baseman, and he's made the transition up here to the booth. Tim, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm gonna go ahead and just keep predicting the future here. I'm gonna say there's a 95% chance Greg lays down a beautiful bunt right here and flies to first base. Oh, okay. No, I lied.
The first pitch swinging, that'll be fouled back.
That's a good hack though, right there by Greg. Looking good, taking hacks. That's what I'm talking about.
Populus an 0 for 3 today. Reached on a fielder's choice, then came around to score a run in the 5th.
Who we got on the mound right now?
We have Ryan Lilly on the mound now
Lilly.
for the Oilers. He came in the 9th in yesterday's game to get the save.
Okay.
And Populus will be swinging and missing for strike 2. He falls behind 0-2.
He'll battle back right here. I got some faith in Big Greg right here,
0-2 to count to Greg Populus.
As long as Brad back there makes a good call, I think we're in good shape. We'll see, though.
Here comes the 0-2. Hit on the ground towards third. Scotty will field it. Gets it over to first just in time to sit down Greg for out number 1.
It's a good two-strike approach there, putting the ball in play by Greg. Now we'll watch Will Bass put one over the right field wall, even with the wind blowing in 67 miles per hour. That's brought to you by the Anchorage Weather Center.
Is there an Anchorage Weather Center?
I don't know if there is, but I'm sure they'd be happy to hear we gave him a shout-out. So
Will Bass coming up to the plate with the 1 down here in the top of the 7th. Chinooks up by a 3-0 score. First pitch to Will. Swing and a miss for strike one.
It's a good hack right there, Bass. That's the one I'm talking about. If he connects there, that's going right over the BP oil sign out there in right center.
See, if you remember when we were here against the Bucks in that 5-home run game, his home run went over the TT Sports sign.
What sign was that?
The TT Sports sign out there in
Oh, okay.
right?
He hit it all the way out there.
He did.
I'll tell you what, Barry Bonds couldn't even do that, folks. He did play in the Alaska League too, and I bet you he didn't do that. So
Bass fouls went off. He'll fall with 2.
this guy's Waylon Baptist, right?
That is true.
Another Texas guy on the team. We represent proudly.
Here we
If
go.
Lance hasn't told you, so
You just made me say "here we go" on the air. So
yeah,
thank you for that.
I'm sorry. That's
The 0-2 is going to be fouled back.
it's good battling right there by Bass. Texans, they don't give in easily. I'll tell you what. The Alamo, I don't know if you people remember, but we fought hard there. Remember it always.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Okay. We're bringing up the Alamo.
Just gave a little wave down there to Ben Hill, looking real good in those catcher's gear down the third baseline. Comes Bass.
Here's the 0-2. Tried to check his swing, but he will go around for strike 3. That's out number 2.
I don't know if he did go around there. I think Brad should have asked Chris down third baseline. But hey, you know what? I'm not the one back there. So, Brad, you keep doing you, man. You're pretty solid back there.
And that brings the team MVP, at least according to Tim Millard, Mason Mallard up to the plate.
Yeah, definitely the MVP today, regardless of what he does here. So, but I'm sure he'll just add to it.
First pitch to him in there, called strike 1.
Was he got a home run, 3 stolen bases on the day?
That is absolutely correct. He has a solo home run back in the first and has stolen 3 bases, also has an RBI single.
Yeah, I mean, it's a single, though. It's whatever.
Here's the 0-1. That'll bounce in for ball 1, 1-1 the count.
It's going to be a shame that this is his last game, probably with the Chinooks, as one of the scouts. I'm sure will sign him after this performance. Just unreal. He'll probably be in the New York Yankees lineup tomorrow night, so you guys look for him there.
The 1-1. Shows bunt, pulls it back. That's in there for a called strike, too. I'm sure you have something to say about that.
Oh, no, that was a strike. Hate to say it, Mason, but that one got the corner right there. So Brad's on point right behind it, so he knows what he's doing.
Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Mallard goes down on strikes, but the ball gets away from Miller. He'll flip it over to first in time for the out. So second strikeout for Lilly. That'll do it for the top of the 7th, but bottom of the 7th coming up as the Oilers try to come back from this 3-0 deficit here in the Scout Showcase game.
And this 7th inning, in-between inning sponsorship is brought to you by Chipotle by Dallas Baptist University. Thank you for feeding our students every day for the past few years. I wish we could get one on campus. For some reason, they will not allow it, but they have the best chicken bowls, steak bowls you can ever find, folks. I mean, I like to think it's healthy. It's probably not, but it is really good. And we're really trying to get one here in Anchorage. And I don't know if they can make that happen or get one in Eagle River, but we really need a Chipotle here. And this sponsorship hopefully will probably bring in enough money that they can start up a store. So that's what this inning's brought to you by.
Aside from referencing Dallas Baptist, I completely agree with everything you just said.
Okay.
I am very much missing Chipotle.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's that good. It's like
it is that good.
I'm having withdrawals. That and Whataburger. I should have
Okay, well, I've never had Whataburger.
probably should have done a commercial for Whataburger because wow, that's a blessing. I mean,
you can do that for between innings after the post game.
yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
We're ready to go there.
We're set and we're back here in the bottom of the seventh.
We're back, bottom of the seventh inning. Chinooks on top 3-0. New pitcher. It'll be Preston White. Everybody loves Preston White.
Yeah, the guy thinks he throws 82 and literally throws 96. I don't know if he's delusional or what the issue is there, but I'm sure he'll have a 1-2-3 seventh inning to finish the game here.
First pitch swinging is Cameron Miller. That's hit out towards left field.
That's the MVP out there, folks. He'll bring that one
Mason
in.
Mallard will make the catch for out number 1.
Just checking how many viewers we got. 19 now,
19.
so I appreciate that.
It was up to 21 at one point.
Oh wow! Well, those 2 viewers who left, we expect a little more out of you. So
Wang Sung up to the plate now for the Oilers with 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch to him, outside, ball 1.
More home run derby competition. Their coach actually told me that he was going to be in the home run derby, and he said he didn't think he understood what he was saying. He thought that he was telling him to hit a home run this at bat. So we'll see what he does.
The 1-0 is going to be fouled back. Makes it a 1-1 count to Shi Sung. He's from Taiwan, in case you couldn't gather that.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a beautiful place. I'd like to visit. Maybe he can fly me out there sometime. We've developed a good relationship, even as players on different teams. That's Preston White throwing the ball 2 there. It's 2-1 count. Just trying to do Lance's job for him, folks. Sorry.
It's hard to do my job when you keep talking about flights.
Yeah, I know. I got excited.
2-1 in there. Called strike 1 on the outer half of the plate. 2-2 the count to Shi Sung.
Great pitch right there by Preston White.
I was knocking down my bottles and stuff.
I would go ahead and say he probably blows him up here with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. We'll see.
The 2-2.
Oh,
Swing
beautiful
and a miss.
pitch.
Gets the swing and the miss for out number 2.
Not the fastball that I called, folks, but it got the job done. I mean, wow. The Nooks are just one out away from a win. That's pretty cool.
We are.
So I'm sure number 37 here for the Oilers will get it done for us.
I think that's Brian Room, but I have to scroll down and make sure because it's a pinch hitter. And it is Brian Room. Look at that memory for me.
That's really good. I think you'll probably be in the big leagues commentating here in about a half a year. So
that's the dream. That's the dream, Tim.
Yep. It'll dreams come true, Lance.
1-0 pitch.
Good pitch right there.
And they're called strike 1. 1-0 the count to Brian Room, pinch hitting for Daniel Speak.
P. White's about to finish this game off for the Nooks. Get a little win for Eagle River. Oh, beautiful pitch there.
Swing and a miss there for strike 2. 1-2 the count to Brian Room. And in case you can't gather by us saying this game is about done, it's only a 7-inning game here in the Scout Showcase as we get up to briefly 22 now, back to 21 viewers.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
The 1-2 outside, ball 2. 2-2 the count.
Just remember, folks, if you want to re-listen to my beautiful voice after today's game, this will be on YouTube. So feel free to tune in whenever. The 2-2 pitch is coming, though, from Preston White. Just outside. Thought he should have rung him up there.
Ball 3. 3-2 the count to Brian Room as Room looks to keep this game going for the Oilers.
I think we need to get the fans a slow clapping right here. Right here. Got him.
Swing and a miss.
Nooks win.
As he takes the words right out of my mouth, Chinooks will win. And you know what else that means, right?
What else does that mean?
Look at the scoreboard.
Oh, pitcher BP.
Pitcher BP.
Oh, those guys can't hit, folks. I'm sorry. That should not happen.
So that will be it for the game. Chinooks win by a 3-0 score. But, Tim, you've had such a good time up here. I'm going to offer you the same thing I offered Brady when he came up here. You want to do the post-game interview?
Sure. I'm locked in for the post-game interview.
You know who the player of the game is. So
Mason Mallard, for sure.
Yeah.
Or Ty Beck. I'll tell you what, I forgot to give that kid a shout-out. But what an absolute legend. If you're listening in Eagle River right now, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The guy, I mean, Ty, Mr. July, The guy is locked down. He's getting every ball, every bat, except when he wins bikes during the other team's auctions. I mean, I don't know how the guy does it, but it's just 24/7 locked in, ready to go. He's probably going to be a big leaguer one day. I mean,
Goes without saying.
yeah, I mean, it's unreal. So,
So now I'm going to go grab Mason Mallard for our post-game interview again. Chinooks win Scout Showcase Game 1 by a score of 3-0. There you go.
There it is.
And here we are with the MVP, folks. Just look at the guy. I mean, just grin on his face permanently. So take us through today. I mean, first at bat, just hit an absolute dinger. Wow. Where did that go over? The flagpole on the football field?
Probably.
Anyway, so take us through that at bat.
I just didn't want to make too much of today with it being, scout day, and just try to focus on getting better with each at bat. And luckily, I ran into one.
Yeah, luckily, well, whatever. He did tell me before the game he was sweating over these scouts being here, really nervous,
False.
And like I said during the broadcast, I knew they were going to go up to him after the game. But anyways, 3 stolen bags. Is that a personal record for you?
No, it is not.
Well, what is the record?
5.
5 stolen bases in a game.
In junior college.
Wow.
Junior college.
That's impressive. So, what'd you go? 2 for 3 on the day with a walk. What are you going to try to do tomorrow? What's the plan?
Just stick with my plan. Try to stay up the middle and find some barrel, get some good pitching.
Okay, I'll try to do the same for you broadcast or you viewers out there. We're down to 12 now, so we're not doing too good. Anyways, one last thing. We're looking for some sponsorships. I gave a Wendy's sponsorship, a Chipotle. How about Whataburger? How do you feel about Whataburger?
Whataburger is a good one. I would second Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. That's
for
a
sure.
really good call.
Yeah.
What's your go-to at Whataburger?
Go to at Whataburger. The barbecue chicken sandwich.
Wow. No wonder we're good friends.
Just a go-to.
I mean, folks, if you've never been to Whataburger, you need to drive to the nearest one right now because it is that good.
Yeah, and if you're not down south, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Texas, right? Texas
Right.
forever.
Yeah.
Signing off here. This is Mason Mallard and Tim Millard, future Mallards, by the way.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, you heard that. We're signing off here in Anchorage after another Nooks win. See ya.